Hello, peoples. How are you? I'm so glad you decided to turn on this video. In this series, we're going to work on strength, just like the name suggests. I know that's probably not confusing if you read the title and clicked on the video, but there are many places in the yoga practice we can build physical strength, and there's some places that we just can't. Simple as that. So in this series, we're going to play to the strengths that the yoga practice has to offer us to build physical strength. And this practice in particular is all about stability. So we're going to work to hold some positions for maybe longer than you would like. I'm just going to be honest with you, but we're going to deal with it because we are strong and we are capable. And we're going to focus on our breath, and we're going to find stability, and we're going to be in spaces that we probably don't want to be. And through that, we're going to build not only physical strength, but mental determination and perseverance as well. So if that sounds like something that interests you, continue. We won't need any props. If it doesn't interest you, do it anyway and see if you get some benefit in the end. Other than that, we'll get right into it, starting in downward facing dog. So ground the palms down, tuck the toes under, send the hips up and back. Of course, a little pedal out through the feet when you get there, but try to stay as stable as you can through the upper body, so through the hands and the arms. A little bit of a grip with the fingertips, keeping the arms nice and straight and feeling the biceps wrap towards the front of the room, feeling the elbows almost start to turn towards the back of the room just a little bit. Letting the neck be long as though your gaze was back towards your toes. Maybe you can close your eyes here and just allow yourself to breathe freely, but also gently. Even length breaths in and out through the nose. Feeling the strength that the hands and the arms have to offer as they push back against the earth a little bit to send the hips higher. Take one last breath here. And we'll climb up high on the toes. As you look forward, keep pressing firm through the hands and see if the palms could stay flat as the feet walk towards the top of the mat. When you get there, lift onto the fingertips, lengthen halfway as you breathe in. As you exhale, fold heavy over the thighs, and if the palms can go flat, imagine you're pressing or pushing the palms forward to allow yourself to fold a little bit deeper. If that doesn't work for you, you can take the hands to the back of the ankles or the calves there. A little bit heavier, a little bit longer in our fold, and trying to find some stability, just allowing yourself to be in the postures for a little longer today. And as you start to roll up through standing, keep the knees bent somewhat to allow the spine to roll all the way up. And circle the arms overhead as you rise, breathe in deeply. You exhale, let the hands draw through center, and then allow the palms just to melt either side of the hips, finding your Tadasana. Being confident in your own strength and stable in your stillness. Two things we're going to think about today. Be confident in your own strength and stable in your stillness. What that means is try to limit any unnecessary fidgeting and wiggling when you find yourself in stillness. Take a breath. Next breath. Circle the arms high as you breathe in. Maybe look up towards the palm. Exhale, fold heavy. See if the palms could press flat. Lengthen halfway as you inhale. Climb onto the fingertips. And keep the right foot where it is. Step the left leg back nice and long to find a lunge. Push the left palm flat. Reach the right arm up and gaze up towards the right thumb. Now the same hand and arm action we found in down dog. Gripping with the fingertips, wrapping the bicep forward and pushing away from the floor. Feeling a depth in the right thigh, a height in the left knee. Take a breath here. Hold for the exhale. Now take your right palm down to meet the left. Step the right leg back gently to find your plank. Now feel the heels energetically press backwards as the crown of the head and the chest energetically move forwards. And feel the shoulder blades draw apart as you wrap the biceps towards the front of the room. You want to feel almost a gentle hugging of the thumbs towards each other to engage the muscles of the chest as well. We're going to be here for a little bit. Now, imagine a plank of wood. You want the top of the plank, the bottom of the plank, and the center of the plank to be the same density, the same structural strength. That's what allows a plank to remain a plank and not just a broken piece of wood. So we don't want to sag in the middle. You want to firm the glutes, lift the hips, and use an exhale to draw the belly in. We'll be here for 10, 9, 8, biceps wrapping forward, 7, pushing away from floor, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. We're going to take a push-up, chest finds the floor before we press back up, and then drop the knees, send the hips back to heels, find a child's pose for just a moment. Maybe let the back of your hands rest on the mat, the fingers just naturally curl in here. Just finding a little bit of relief. The arms will be doing quite a fair bit of work in today's practice, so we'll have a few moments to find some relief, just to, I guess, let some energy flow away from the hands and the arms and just move back towards the rest of the body. Nice way. We'll come towards a plank again. We're not going to be here for as long. Remember, firm through the center rather than a broken piece of wood. Stable, strong plank. Take a push up again, then lower down on to the belly and pull through cobra pose. So feet press down as you roll the shoulder blades back to lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale, head drops, toes tuck. We press up and back to down dog. Confident in our strength, stable in our stillness. Take an inhale. Let it out. And heels rise as you walk towards the top again, trying to push with the palms to keep the palms flat as you walk the feet up. Halfway lift the in-breath. Exhale is the fold. And rolling up through standing, expanding the arms out wide and tall as you breathe in fully. Letting the exhale melt the hands by the side of the hips. Finding stillness in Tadasana for one breath. Breathe in. And moving again. Inhale, let those arms climb. Exhale, folding heavy, seeing if the palms can press flat. Lengthening halfway, using your inhale to lift the chest. And left foot stays where it is. Take the right leg back. Push the right palm down flat. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Sink deep into the left thigh, but feel the right knee climb away from the floor. Push with the right palm, wrap the bicep forward, and really grip the mat with the fingertips here. Take a breath in. And gently set the left palm down. Pick up the left leg gently. Step it back to meet the right. Stable in the plank again. Grip with the fingertips. Firm with the glutes. Biceps wrap forward as you exhale to hug the belly in. Be here for 10, 9, 8. Subtle action of the thumbs drawing towards each other. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. That's your opportunity to take the push up and then lower down to the belly. Pull through the cobra pose. Feel the feet press down firm as you lift the chest. The exhale, drop the head and press up again, coming back to downward facing dog. We'll just take one breath here. This time an opportunity to hop forward, a great opportunity to build strength. Make sure you're elevating your shoulder blades as you look forward. Palms and arms stay strong. Inhale lifts the heels and bends the knees. The exhale, try to land the feet gently behind the wrists. Halfway lift the inhale. Exhale, we fold heavy. Climb up through standing. Be expansive, be big, be tall. Exhale as the return to center. Keep the flow of energy moving. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, fold over the thighs. Halfway lift the in-breath, spine's long. Right foot stays, step the left leg back. A little different this time, bear with me. Press through the left palm, grip with the fingertips, reach the right arm up. So find the twist first, wrapping that left bicep towards the front of the room. Then what we're going to do is spin the top thumb, the right thumb, drop the arm behind the back. And the arm's just going to hang out there. But you're going to imagine you are taking your right palm back down towards the mat. Imagine you're taking your right palm back down towards the mat. So the chest will square towards the floor. Imagine that right hand was there on the floor. Pick up the right leg and step back towards your plank. Push a little harder through the left arm. Use the exhale to draw the navel in. Really grip with the fingertips, wrapping the left bicep forward. We're here for 10. 4, 9, feet are a little wider for 8. 4, 7. 4, 6. 5, be okay with shaking. 4, 3, 2, on 1. Set the right hand down. Take your push up. Left arm's on fire. I know what it is. Come to the belly, pull through cobra pose. Energetically feel the palms pulling backwards as you inhale to lift. Exhale, drop the head. Take the push up. Come back to down dog. When you get there, for a moment, keep the right hand where it is. Take the left arm behind the back. A little bit of blood and energy flowing back from the hand and the arm towards the shoulder and towards the chest and the head. Make a little fist with the left hand. Roll out through the wrist there for just a moment. Wowza. My triceps on fire. I hope yours is too. Take a breath. Little sigh out. And look forward. Inhale, lifts the heels, bends the knees. Exhale, gentle hop. Halfway lift, in breath. Exhales the fold. Roll up through standing, be expansive. Exhale, pull through center. Inhale, the climb. Exhale, we dive. Lift up halfway as you breathe in. Left foot stays. Step the right leg back this time. Come to the twist. Push through the right palm. Reach the left arm up. Gripping with the right fingertips. Wrapping the right bicep towards the front of the room. So you're stable as you could be in your right arm. Then we spin the top thumb. We drop the arm behind the back. Now when we come to this unbalanced plank, we want to take the feet a little bit wider just to try and keep hips and the shoulders still square. So as you look down, you imagine that the left hand was going to rest onto the mat. You lean into the right arm a little bit more. You step the left leg back. And the feet go wide so you can try and square through the shoulders and the hips a little bit more. Pushing out of that right arm so we're not collapsing into the shoulder joint. We're here for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left hand down, take the push up, come down through cobra pose, use the inhale to lift. As you exhale, forehead drops. We take another push up to come back to downward facing dog. Tell you what, you might be over all these push-ups, but if there's one way we can certifiably, measurably build physical strength in the yoga practice, it is the humble, the original, the OG physical body movement of the push-up. Right arm behind the back, push through the left hand, make a fist with the right, circle out through the wrists. Nice work. Return your right hand to meet the left. Lower the knees down. And then we'll take the forearms down towards the mat. And prepare for dolphin pose. Pushing the palms against one another, almost like you're trying to squash a banana between them. trying to flex the muscles of the upper arm, the biceps and the triceps. Now, not only are the palms pushing together, but we're pressing the pinky side edge of the hand into the floor as well. So there is a hugging together, but also a pressing down. This allows the muscles of the chest to activate as we squeeze together, the muscles of the upper back to activate as we protract or draw apart the shoulder blades. And then a little activation of the biceps and triceps. So flex the arms, draw the chin towards the chest, and lift the hips up nice and high. Walk the feet as close as they will go while still trying to keep your shoulders stacked above the elbow. And just be here. Head's lifting away from the floor. Biceps, triceps active. Find the breath. Be confident in your own strength. Stable in your stillness. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1. Feet walk back to a forearm plank. We haven't dropped yet. We're still lifted. Push away from the floor. Then we're going to roll off onto the outside edge of the right foot and just hover the left foot on top. So nothing's changed through the torso. Keep pressing through the forearms. Keep moving the chest forward. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Come back through center first and roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Right foot hovers on top. Nothing changes through the torso. Keep pushing away from the floor, guiding the chest forward. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Come back through center. Take one last breath. And then we release. Nice work. The back of the hands rest on the mat. Fingers naturally curling. Energetically, the arms are pulling backwards to draw the chest forwards through the arms. Open and close the fists just a few times here. Nice work. I'm going to take the fingertips a little wider, so take them off the edges of the mat and let the elbows lift really, really high here. I'm going to roll the shoulder blades back, try and lift the chest, and just start by squeezing the heels in towards the bottom. So to get a really good squeeze of heels into bum, you can allow the heels to press into each other, and then as the heels squeeze in towards the bottom, see if you could lift the knees off the mat. They might not lift too high, and that's okay. Now, the arms have already had a workout, so we're going to see if we can reach back and catch hold of the ankles. Now, to try and catch both ankles at the same time, as you reach back, you will separate the feet. And if you can find the ankles, you grip hold of them, roll the shoulder blades back towards each other, and then kick the shins away from you to try and lift the chest. That strong gripping action of the fingers around the front of the ankles is going to give you this strong resistance. And as the shins continually press back, we try to lift the chest up a little bit higher. And here for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release. Make a little pillow with the hands. Rest the forehead down and just do nothing for a moment. And take ourselves back to downward facing dog when we're ready, pressing up and back. So we have one more little stability, strength building sequence, working a little more on that single arm stability and the idea of being unstable, trying to find the stability in those unstable positions. Take a breath, let it go, then you make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift the in-breath, exhale the fold. Roll up through standing, exhale through center. And balance the energy. Inhale the climb. Exhale the fold. Lift halfway as you breathe in. And step the left leg back. Come towards the lunge twist. We've been here before. Grip the mat with the fingertips of the left hand. Wrap the bicep towards the front of the room. From here we roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Right foot stacks on top. As you get there, strong through the center of the plank, so try not to dip. Lift the hips away from the floor. If you can, reach the right arm forwards, pinky finger wrapping down towards the floor. Now the right foot is stacked on top of the left, but it's not touching the floor. You're trying to push out of that left shoulder, so you have a height and a stability here. We're here for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Right hand grounds, roll onto the toes first, and then lower your right forearm down. Fall to the outside edge of the right foot, stack the left foot on top. Come to this forearm side plank shape, balancing on the right forearm. Left arm rises first, then maybe you reach it forwards, pinky finger wrapping down, pushing out of that right shoulder, using the exhale to draw the navel in. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left forearm to meet the right. Roll onto the toes. Take a breath. And then exhale. We lower down. Nice one. As we did before, fingertips are wide. Squeeze the heels in. Reach back. See if you can catch both ankles at the same time. And then kick the shins back to lift the chest. Three of your breaths. Last breath. As we exhale, we're going to release gently into the push-up position. So extend the legs back, take the hands down by the ribs, toes land, press up and back. One breath in downward facing dog, inhale. Look forward, lift heels, bend knees. Halfway lift the inhale. Exhale, fold. We roll up through standing, be expansive, take up space. Exhale, draw through center. The last round here, inhale, we rise. Exhale, we fold. Lengthen as you inhale. Step the right leg back this time. Your last lunge twist, push through the right hand, grip with the fingers, bicep wraps forward as the left arm rises. Once we're here, fall to the outside edge of the right foot, pick up the left leg, stack it on top, left foot stacked, but not touching the floor. Lift out of that bottom hip, reach the left arm forwards, pinky finger wraps down. Grip with those right fingers. Lift out of that right hip. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep the breath steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Left hand grounds first. Roll onto the toes. Then left forearm grounds. Outside edge of left foot. Right foot stacks on top. As you reach the right arm up, feel the hips lift, and then reach the right arm forwards, front of room. Flex both feet with vigor. Push through that left forearm. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1. Right forearm grounds. Roll onto the toes. Breathe in. And exhale. We release. Nice work. Fingertips wide. Last little bit of strength here. Squeeze the heels in. Now you can go for the same option here, or we can flip the grip with the hands. We face the thumbs up towards the ceiling. A little harder to catch both ankles at the same time in this direction, so maybe we go one at a time. Still holding the inside of the ankle, but with the thumb pointing up. It's a little more external rotation through the upper arm bones. You might be able to feel the chest lift a little bit higher, and the knees lift a little bit higher in this instance. 2 more of your breath. Take hands down towards push-up position. Use your knees this time. Press up through hands and knees. Just sit the hips back on the heels. Find an upright seat. Another breath to return. Rest the back of the hands on top of the thighs. The fingers just curling in. You'll notice your heart rate may, most probably, be a lot faster than it was when we first began practice. This is normal. But can you work to slow the breath down? Now, when the body requires more blood and more energy to be pumped around from excessive movement, obviously the heart is going to pump and beat faster and harder. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that our breath has to follow. It will somewhat, but with extended practice, we can work to keep the breath pattern the same. This mentally makes to give the body an understanding that we are calm, that we're safe, that we are in control. And then in turn, over time, the heart rate doesn't need to climb as high as maybe it does right now. From here, we'll just set hips down onto the floor. Extend the legs out nice and long. Just have your hands either side of the hips, flex the toes towards you. Sit up nice and tall, and then let your arms climb over the head. Breathe in. As you exhale, we fold from the center. You can see if you can take your thumb just to the base of the big toe with the 4 fingers on the outside of the feet. Trying to push the big toe away from you as you peel the pinky toes towards you. Using the biceps here, so elbows are bent, shoulder blades roll back. You're trying to draw the chest further forwards as you feel the tailbone move back behind you. And we lengthen, crown of head towards the direction of the toes. Take a breath. Two more breaths here. As you come up towards the seat, you're going to lower down onto the back, bringing the knees in towards the chest, just having the shins parallel with the floor here. Bring the arms out wide, let the palms press into the earth, and squeeze the legs together. Inhale. Exhale, knees off to the left side of the room. Let them hover before they hit the earth. And then rise back up through center. Inhale at the top. Exhale, knees off to the right. Let them hover before they hit the earth. You have to push into the right arm a little more as the knees move over to the right-hand side. Come back through center. Straighten the legs. Inhale at the top. Exhale, feet off to the left. Let them hover before they hit the earth. Push into the left palm more. Then rise back up. Inhale. Exhale, feet off to the right. Let them hover before they hit the earth. Push through the right palm quite a lot more. And then rise. One more time. The inhale is at the top. The exhale will lower you. Steady, stable, confident. Inhale. Exhale off to right. Steady, stable. Nice one. Knees into chest, hands around the knees. Draw the knees in towards you, but take them wide. Lift the head off the mat, little movement from side to side. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, allow yourself to release. Coming down towards your final resting pose, Savasana. Once again, back of hands rest down, palms face up, fingers naturally curl in. A sign of being open, a sign of offering, but also a sign of rest. Strength is no longer required here. It's the stability and our stillness we're working to find. I want to thank you for being confident, for allowing yourself to move through the practice with a strength and power, and also a grace and an ease. And I'll see you, of course, on the mat again soon. With thanks, peace,